Omega Red is finally in the game, and here is how you can get him, how to unlock him, how to build him, and then some gameplay to boot. So let's jump right in. Omega Red, brand new character, unfortunately, tier 2 only. However, there are 2 ways to unlock him. There's one way that happens right now and costs some money, and then there is another way that is free that is going to require you to wait about a week. So the first way you can get Omega Red right now is one of 2 options. If you want to try your luck, which I don't recommend, but it is an option, you can buy either the 2 or the 6 Omega Red Tentacle chest, and it has an 8% chance to drop either 100 or 200 bios. I think it's 3% for the 200 and 5% for the 100, and then you just buy chests and you open them until you get bios, and boom, you've unlocked Omega Red, and then you proceed to use tickets and rank up tickets on him. The other way to do it, the slower way, the guaranteed way, in my opinion, the better way, is to use the 30x Gene subscription. You buy that, and it's going to give you 30 bios every single day. You can continually choose Omega Red, and doing this method means that you can actually get him all the way up to tier 2 on just 1 X Gene subscription. Because people forget, but they reduce the number of bios that it takes now to get a character from 1 star to 6 stars. They cut everything in half. So instead of taking 630 bios to do that, it only takes 320 or something like that, 315. And then it's also much less for the gears to get them from 15 to 20. Those are the 2 ways, if you spend money right now, that you can unlock Omega Red. If you do not want to spend money or you can't, then you just have to wait for the token event. Just like Spot, there will be a token event where you get 700 tokens over 2 weeks, 50 tokens per day, and then you can spend 650 of those tokens on a premium card box or a CTP box. There's a Mega Tier 2 ticket. It's a really, really good token shop. And that one will also have, presumably, like Spot, 5 bios of Omega Red for 50 tokens. So you'll be able to get, if you get all of the tokens throughout the event, well, that's going to happen in about a week, then you'll be able to get the P card, which is the best reward from that token event, and the 5 bios for Omega Red. It is not the token event that's on right now. This is the pre-update token event shop. This one is not nearly as good, and this one is, like, you know, you can see here, alive for the next 5 days and change. After that one's done, we will get the proper token event where you can unlock Omega Red. But once you get his bios one way or another, boom, you will have your 1-star screen-freezing Omega Red. Brand new supervillain. Very excited to build him up and see what's going on here. I really like his idle sort of posture where the tentacles are just sort of twitching around and they're sort of loose. I think it looks really, really cool. It is definitely unfortunate that he is a tier 2 only character, but we're still going to do our best here to rank him up. So as you can see, I do have some bios. I can actually take him all the way up to 5 stars with just 150 bios. So just to show you guys that it's drastically cheaper than it used to be. But I'm not going to do that. We're just going to use a Mega Rank Up ticket. I have way too many of them. They don't release new characters anymore, or very infrequently, so it was very easy to stockpile Mega Rank Up tickets. If you're wondering how to get Rank Up tickets as well for someone like, not Strife, for someone like Omega Red, you do have right now a 2, 3, and 4-star Rank Up ticket here that you can purchase with pre-update tokens, and you should have up to 560 or more if you've done all of the token events every single day. So you can buy all of those. So you could use the 2, 3, and 4 right away on a 1-star Omega Red to get him right up to 4 stars. And then the Future Pass is going to give you as well a 5-star ticket here, or sorry, a 6-star ticket here. And then there's another event later on that is going to give you a 5-star ticket. So you can actually get all of the Rank Up tickets for free nowadays very, very easily. So you should be banking these tickets every time they come around, and then you should end up with an inventory that looks something like this, where you have multiple copies of each one, which basically equals multiple Mega Rank Up tickets. So that is another thing to keep in mind. If you're not doing that, then something's got to change, because you know, it's very helpful for characters like Omega Red. Now we're going to go ahead, and from here you have 2 options, right? You could just use a mastery ticket, or you could use Mcron shards, and then you could slowly build him up with the gears, and then you could also use a tier 2 ticket on him. Now, I have 4 Mega Tier 2 tickets, but I'm actually not going to use one because I only have 4, and in this case, I have a bunch of tickets that I can use for not only the mastery, but also for the gears, and I'll show you guys what that looks like here, just because I very rarely do this nowadays. But I believe with 195 bios, which is what I have, I should have enough for his gears. So we're going to go ahead, and if we don't have enough, we'll go and get more bios another way. We're going to go ahead and max him out. You can see now they also lowered the number of XP chips that you need. I believe it's actually even less than this because you get a bonus from other means here. So let's use just 600, and we'll see what that does here. Should get him all the way to 60, because there's some sort of like bonus that's applied. There isn't a bonus. Okay, I was tripping. Defector. So anyways, we get the crystal rewards regardless. Not right now. Thanks, bro. We get the crystal rewards regardless. Okay, I did the math wrong there, so I guess you do have to do the max here. No worries. 630 is still a lot less than it used to be. It used to be like over 1,000, so I think they just divided it by 2 or so, you know, more or less. And now we go ahead and we max out his gears. The first 15 ranks don't cost anything but, what are these called? Jeez, gear up kits and dimension dust or dimension debris. I haven't done this in so long. Like, I haven't used these items, dimension debris, in so long that I completely forgot what they're called. I was going to call them uniform upgrade kits. And now we're going to go ahead and do his gear. So you can see here it costs 1 upgrade, 1 bio for every like time. So that was just, wow, 2 bios there. That's 11 bios. That's 20 bios. So it only cost me 50, like 60 bios maybe? Something like that, 60 bios for the first gear. We might actually run out if we get a bunch of 20s, but we'll see. I think 195 bios is very close to enough to do all of the gears. But I want to show you guys what that looks like. Okay, so we have 99 left. This is going to be really, really close. Oh, no, we have 83 left. Okay, I think we're actually going to run out. Oh, no. Unless we get really lucky. 6. Let's see here. 1. Okay, that's really good. And then 17. Ooh, okay, 17 was a little bit unfortunate. I think we should have 53 bios. Okay, so we might be just on the cusp here. We might get really lucky or really unlucky. Let's go ahead and see what happens. 12, 6. I think we got it. And 26. Oh, wow. We almost failed. We were off by 6 bios. No shot. I have 6 bios for Omega Red. So now you're looking at this. You're like, Alex, you have 6 bios and you need 75 bios. You're screwed, right? No, you're not screwed. So again, people forget here, you don't have to use bios. You can just use a regular tier 2 ticket. So that's why I wanted to show you guys this method, because if you have a bunch of bios, just do it this way. So there's a bunch of ways you can do it, right? You can use rank up tickets that you get, and then you can use bios for the gears, or you can use rank up tickets, and then you can use a mega tier 2 ticket, and then you can bank up the extra bios or save them for a future uniform for him, or you can do it the way that I just showed you. But now we have our tier 2 Omega Red, and I left an opening on World Boss in order to search for his first potential. Now, there's 2 ways you can do this. One, you can take him into World Boss Ultimate and run him through. I do not recommend that because you're losing out on tier 4 materials. So I'm going to be going into this stage here, Mutant Male. It is Ultron. We're just going to fast forward to the end here, but I'm going to use him as a striker, which is something you can do. And then I'll be able to, and you can see here, he has a potential. His striker is strong. We go, finished it off with Namor in record time. And now let's take a look at the potential for Omega Red. Regardless of what we get here on the potential, boom! We one-shotted it. Hell yeah, baby. We one-shotted the potential. We get ourselves a blast book. Oh, yeah. So satisfying. Love that we got that clip in the video. Thank you so much. We get the little rewards here for maxing him out. Very nice. Yada, yada, yada. And now we can take him up to level 70. That's awesome. So at most, it's only going to take you 4 days to get Omega Red's potential, even if you get the minimum, because the minimum per day for a regular native tier 1 from 60 to 70 is 25% per day. So don't panic if you're not getting it right away. The Carbonadium monster is here. Oh, I have a potential ticket. Nice. So it's going to just take me immediately to 70. Cool. Let's just go ahead and do that. That's fine. Nice. Saves time in the video and lets us get to the content even faster. So we got the mutant monster. He's all jacked up now at level 70. Very, very nice. I'm just going to clean up the build here and I'll show you what I did and then we'll jump into some content. Here we go, rank 368, and I already made a mistake and the build is not complete yet. So let me explain what happened. I went ahead and amplified all of his gear slots with 5 amplifications for each Uru, and then I slapped on 8 6-star physical attack Urus. Then I went and checked his 4th gear, which was originally rolled to ignore defense on the blue stat, so I changed that to dodge. When I changed that to dodge, it lowered his ignore defense down to about 44%. I was like, shit, that's not enough ignore defense, even if I get this gear up to 25, because the number's going to go up, that 597 on the ignore defense. So as you can see here, I gave him 2 ignore defense Odin's Blessings with physical attack. But then I forgot that I was yet to equip the ISO 8 set. When I equipped the Power of Angry Hulk ISO 8 set, it gives him 8% ignore defense. So now he's overcapped on ignore defense by 6.67%, and there was literally no reason at all for me to unequip these, and the discount to unequip them just ended. So yeah, literally anyone can make a mistake in this game building a character. It's so complex. We're going to go ahead and hopefully learn from my mistakes. But we're going to go ahead and max out his type enhancement. I have these tickets. Get these tickets.